What's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, having a great day so far, and I really hope you are testing negative for all those viruses that can make us sick. It is time now for the Saturday edition of the Virus Update for Saturday, October 18th, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is where I do the daily virus update on all those viruses that can make us sick. There's a lot of viruses out there, but not enough information is going around to keep you informed of what's going on with these viruses. That's what I do here on my channel each and every day. I inform you of the latest news, data, and really anything I can find to help keep you safe and healthy from these viruses. Want to stay informed? Just subscribe to my channel down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the video by hitting the like button down below. Hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and if something triggers a thought, leave a comment down below. Already, we do have a very busy Saturday with growing concerns over some virus outbreaks, some new, some you've heard about but have gotten bigger, and then of course we are going to take a look at some wastewater data. Probably at least twice in this video you will see something in relation to wastewater, and we're going to take a look at some other stuff as well. So, hey, we got a lot to get through. Starting off with this, in Cambodia, you're going to see us switch to international scene a few different times. We're going to be bouncing around here today. Cambodia is where we start off first, where they confirm a new H5N1 bird flu case in a 3-year-old girl. Yes, this is not good. Cambodia has confirmed a new human case of H5N1 bird flu, according to health officials, bringing the country's total this year to 16. We have not heard about a human case of H5N1 in some time, but here we are. We're hearing about one in Cambodia. They've been dealing with problems with H5N1, and as you know, H5N1 activity has been picking up once again. She is receiving medical care at a local hospital and is experiencing symptoms of fever, diarrhea, cough, and abdominal pain at this time. If you want to read more about this case and anything else you see today, there will be a post on my site, datareport.info, where you can click on everything that I am going to be sharing today in terms of the news portion of this video. Alrighty, moving over to Canada now, where bird flu concerns are there as well. Mount Forest Park closed over avian concerns. Mount Forest, Wellington North, has closed Murphy's Park in Mount Forest following the reported discovery of Canadian geese believed to be dead and floating on the Saugeen River. Yikes, this is not good. We'll take a look at the spread of birds migrating from north to south here in North America a little bit later in this video. We got a lot more news stories to get through first. South Carolina, measles outbreak. You've heard about this several times this week. You're hearing about it yet again. Why? Well, it's not a good reason. South Carolina measles outbreak grows to 15 cases, health officials say. The outbreak led to more than 150 children being sent into quarantine. This is happening in upstate South Carolina, meaning the northern portion of the state. And unfortunately, I don't think this outbreak is going to stop growing here. I think there could be a few more cases yet to come. This is getting concerning that we are still dealing with measles, and if anything, measles activity in the United States right now is picking up the pace. Here we go. We have another case of measles to talk about. This time, it is in Minnesota, where in Olmsted County, health officials in Minnesota say they have confirmed a young child has the measles. So according to the Olmsted County Public Health Services, the child is under the age of 5, recently traveled outside of the United States, and is unvaccinated. So the latest case brings the state's total number of measles cases this year to 21. Yeah, measles cases continuing to rise, and I don't think we're done yet. I think we're going to have more measles news probably in tomorrow's video. Matter of fact, I know so. I just tweeted something out just before starting this video that I did not include. I said, you know what? I'm ready to go. Let's add that into tomorrow's video. So, yeah, you'll hear about that tomorrow. Mpox. 10 Mpox cases have been reported in Victoria. This is in Australia. Just in the past month. Yes, Mpox. This is another virus that is starting to pop up and become troubling. again, and Australia is dealing with problems, as is here in the United States. Did we not just talk about this yesterday, or was it the day before? Well, I have another update to a virus outbreak, and this one's a bit more complicated than what's going on in South Carolina. First off, California officials investigate possible local spread of Mpox after 3 cases with no travel history reported. Repeating, no travel history reported. That makes this even more concerning. That means there's probably some other cases out there that we do not know about, and maybe one of those people potentially have traveled. But in this particular case, 2 cases of the strain of Mpox. This is the more severe, I believe this is the clade 1 strain we're talking about here. 2 cases of the strain were identified in Los Angeles County, residents with no recent travel history. It comes after the first U.S. case of the more severe strain of Mpox without known travel was identified in a patient in Long Beach, California, bringing the total number of cases in the state to 3. So, you get the idea here. Reported cases currently are at 3. Now, I showed this the other day. I'm going to show it again. We're talking about LA County area. We're talking about, we'll say, the southern portion of the state. Let's go up to, we'll say, the Bay Area, central portion of the state. Now, take a look at this. There continues to be 2 detections of Mpox in San Francisco Bay Area, which, again, this is completely separate from what's going on in the southern portion of the state in LA. Yeah, this is not good. Let's just click on this, shall we? Take a look. Now, this is clade 2. We were talking about clade 1 in the southern portion. Here, we're talking about clade 2. Let's click on this if we can. There we go. And, yeah, take a look at that. There is a clade 2 right there. October, when was this detected? Back on October 7th. And then we go over here to San Francisco, the other one. And, again, like I've been showing, Mpox clade 2. Now, take a look at this. There have been continuous samplings of Mpox clade 2 at this wastewater site. So there is definitely an Mpox problem going on. I think the problem is bigger than we know about, reporting-wise, officially, official counted cases, because obviously if it's showing up in wastewater, then obviously there are other cases out there. And remember, those 2 wastewater sites are nowhere near where the new cases were just reported. And we have seen other wastewater detections around the United States in the past few months as well. All right, moving on. We have many more things to take a look at. Staying in California for a little bit. Breaking, this is as of yesterday, Los Angeles reports excess pneumonia, COVID, and flu deaths once again rise to epidemic levels at 10.7%, and is the highest since June 7th and March 22nd. This indicates respiratory viruses are significantly impacting mortality. Hey, the COVID positivity drops to 4.2%, higher than 2021, 2022, and 2024 year over year, amid the lowest since May 25th. Good news there, but the first part, that's some bad news. And though COVID now is starting to drop, the wave, it is dropping, and the deaths were starting to drop, these other viruses are going to be coming into full force in just a matter of a few weeks. California COVID positivity overall is at 3.9% statewide, and is higher than 2020, 2021, and 2024. Statewide, Bay Area and Southern California are shown. Sacramento regions report a 5.73% positivity rate at this time. All right, moving on. Orange County, California reports a 5.7% COVID positivity, the lowest since the week ending on July 5th. All right, Hong Kong. See, like I said, we're bouncing around here, but I'm trying to keep all the viruses together with these news stories. Hong Kong faces relatively severe flu outbreak. Health authorities warn. Center for Health Protection says percentage of positive cases has exceeded peak of previous season. That's not good. With 451 outbreaks reported in schools so far. So you get the idea here, not just in the United States, but around the world. Virus outbreaks right now, the number of them are increasing. Just yesterday, we heard the number of COVID outbreaks in Australia are on the rise. So, yeah, this is concerning that we're seeing so many virus outbreaks go upward right now. Moving on to this should have came after that California, but whatever. Here we are. Italy now. Italy COVID update. 14,233 cases in the last 30 days. That is a lot of cases for them. 345 cases among healthcare workers in the last 30 days. 59 years is the median age of cases in the last 30 days. And 45.3% of the cases are males. 54.7% of the cases are in females. 43 deaths in the last 30 days. And, well, here's the good news. 8,331 people recovered in the last 30 days. Already, one last piece of information in the news and post I find section of this video. And this is actually a pretty big piece of information. Dennis, the COVID info guy, posted this. When did he post this? Just today, we'll say. It's Australia time, so 4:08 a.m. there would be yesterday our time. You get the point. UK, 18 symptoms that could mean you have long COVID, according to the NHS. Long COVID is typically diagnosed when symptoms last longer than 12 weeks. And let me remind everyone something. Maybe there's some new people watching this video. Hey, if you're new and you feel like this portion of the video has informed you so far, subscribe down below. Alrighty, long COVID. It affects millions of people. It impacts me. I had my first bout with it after a untested case. In other words, there was no testing during my first case in 2020. It was likely to be COVID. I had all the classic symptoms, on and on I could go, problems I had later on in the months to follow. Then, just last year, I hate to say, we're almost near that 1 year mark. I think about 10 months out now. The point is, I had COVID again last year. Also led to long COVID once again. It's never fully gone away, but it just made things worse. I still get headaches. Believe it or not, I do have somewhat of a headache today. Yeah, haven't had one for several days, and now today the headache decides to come on. That's what happens, and that may be one of the things we read on this list. 18 symptoms that could mean long COVID. If you have any of these things after COVID, yeah, chances are you do have long COVID. Problems with memory and concentration. Brain fog, number one. Hey, we talked about brain fog this week. There's a high level of people searching on Google right now, all around the world for brain fog. Shortness of breath, joint pain, and aching muscles. You know, that is something I can actually raise my hand to. It's actually something when I go to my doctor next, I'm going to be bringing up. Like if I stand up, I'm not going to do it right now, but if I stand up, or sometimes it's in my arm, sometimes different portions of my body make like a cracking and popping sound. I don't know why. I really do not know why. We'll even say before COVID case 1, because I don't know if it's from case 2 or case 1, but I never used to have that happen before, and every once in a while it's painful. Sometimes it's painful in my feet. I don't know what it is. I've actually been Googling about doing research lately about people having this post-COVID. I have found some things, and this right here, this could confirm it. Anywho, feeling extremely tired or fatigued. Yeah, I do have I hate the word mild, but I'm going to say a more mild, a less severe version of that from time to time compared to other people that can just do one simple task in the house and then they're done for the day. Hair loss or skin rashes such as hives. Hair loss, you see, I do have a lot of hair on my head, but I do notice sometimes when I comb my hair, more so after case 1. Man, there would be a lot of hair falling out. I don't know. That could just be, I am now 35 years old. Blocked or runny nose is also an issue for people. Here's 2 things right here. I just want to mention these 2 things. Headaches and dizziness. Yeah, people do get headaches. I still get headaches to this day. Not as frequent as I used to get them, say, about 8 months ago. Man, it was just constant headaches, but they do pop up on random occasions. Sometimes I can go a week without getting them. Sometimes I can go a week where I get them just about every day. And dizziness, I don't have that problem, but I do know people who have had that problem during COVID and post-COVID. I'm trying to think. Yeah, once in a rare while, it's something. Pins and needles, aches, pains in different parts of the body, coughing, tummy pain, or diarrhea, feeling or being sick, losing weight or lack of appetite, feeling sick in the stomach. I've had that happen from time to time, especially after case 1. Once in a rare while, that will still pop. Difficulty sleeping or sleep insomnia, high temperature. I don't deal with a high temperature postcode, but I do get sometimes where, man, I just start really getting just overheating, and it hasn't been an issue lately, but for a while there, that was an issue that bothers me, and it does not mention this, but my tolerance to cold now is just, yeah, it's not there anymore. So when the death of winter comes, which really stinks because I'm one of those people that like the cold and snow. I love snow, but I don't know. We'll see what happens when it snows this winter. Changes in smell, taste, vision, or hearing, anxiety or depression, sore throat, sudden confusion, especially in older people, chest pain, tightness, or heart palpitations. Haven't had the heart issue, had the chest pain and tightness issue back after case one, and it still pops up from time to time. That feeling of being sick kind of correlates with that for me. So, yes, that's the symptoms of long COVID. Of course, there's 150 to 200 different symptoms, many not even mentioned here, but again, I think it's interesting to go over that list. If you've had any of that, or even some other things, you might want to look into potential for long COVID. All right, moving on. We spent a long time on the news portion of and post portion of this video today. Let's refresh this, shall we? Here's bird migration, and birds migrating from the north to south. It's probably going to start to slow down soon. I think we already saw the peak of bird migration, but nonetheless, still over 200 million birds migrated south. They almost 300 million. Big migration in the plains, some in the east, and some on the west coast. Let's take a look at what's going on with the air qualities in the United States. And while we wait for that, let's pause and take a hydration break, shall we? Alrighty, water was the drink of choice today. Very important to keep yourself hydrated. Take a look at this. We do have some air quality problems from the Great Lakes down into the southeast. Also some air quality problems on the west coast. That's where our biggest problems are. California, Oregon, Washington, all experiencing big air quality problems today. Taking a look now, where do we want to go? Let's go to Pinellas County, Florida. We do see a few sick person calls there. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 766 EMS incidents were reported on Friday. Live looking at what's going on in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, shows we do have a lot of fall and injury calls right now. That's not a good thing. Taking a look at what's going on in Chester County shows, yikes, very busy, but that number that you see here, you see a lot of calls listed, but some of it is EMST. That's EMS standby for sports events. We also do see stroke in East Bradford Township. That's not a good thing to see. And now going over to Chester County, Pennsylvania. Apologies, I gotta refresh this. Yeah, that what you first saw was from yesterday. But take a look at this. Currently, 14 EMS incidents, some tied to traffic accidents, and strokes as well. So definitely some problems in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Taking a look at what's going on with the hospital situation in Pennsylvania shows things are not that bad today. Just a couple hospitals in southeast Pennsylvania, 3 to be exact, actually. One in Reading and one in Gettysburg. I don't think the one in Gettysburg has updated. No, it hasn't updated since September, which is totally ridiculous if you ask me. Taking a look at what's going on in New Jersey, and hey, everything is normal today in New Jersey. Tomorrow we'll take a look at that New Jersey respiratory report. New York State, 430 positive COVID tests, and if you saw yesterday's video, you know New York State is only going to update weekly when it comes to hospitalizations, although be it, we haven't seen an update since September 7th. All right, let's go back to wastewater. Real quickly, there is one wastewater site I want to show you before we end today's video, and that is Montpelier, Vermont. You know, the capital of Vermont. Last weekend at this time was Columbus Day weekend. Huge weekend for leaf peeping up there in Vermont, although the peak of the leaves happened earlier and the leaf peeping started earlier than that. Take a look at this. I wish we had more wastewater sites in Vermont. I wish we had one in Stowe, Vermont. I know for a fact, because I've been there many, many times. I have relatives that live there. I've been there many times. That town gets absolutely packed with tourists. I wish we knew what was going on in wastewater there at all times, but we don't. We have Montpelier, Vermont, which is southeast of there. Take a look at this. Very high levels of COVID in wastewater there. You see it continues to go upward, and look where it started going up. In the beginning of October, right when people were coming up to view the leaves in the state of Vermont. So you can see here, COVID is truly an issue at this wastewater site. Take a look here at norovirus. That has gone upward as well. Everything else is fine at this time unlike what's been going on over in Essex Junction and Burlington, where we have been seeing the other viruses become problematic. And you can see here, norovirus is problematic there. COVID is medium, but I believe it's Essex Junction that was dealing with that influenza issue. Okay, it's gone back down to low. RSV was showing up somewhat. COVID is high there as well, and norovirus is also high. Alrighty, folks, that does it for the Saturday edition of the Virus Update. We'll have another update again tomorrow. Of course, Sunday is Wastewater Sunday, though. I think we're going to have a lot of news reports, and we're going to also be taking a look at a lot of different state dashboards. So, until I see you again tomorrow, first off, if you're new here, subscribe down below. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and leave your comments down below. Hey, let's try for 150 like button hits today, shall we? Alrighty, folks, I'll see you again tomorrow. Stay safe, everyone, and have a fantastic Saturday evening. Thanks for watching.